Hi everyone, I am posting a message in response to my friend Lucia's video, and she's wanting people to respond back by video to share their worst dating experiences. And my worst one happened whenever I was 15 years old, and this guy who was hanging around with my younger stepbrothers. He was about a year younger than me, but he was kind of cute. He used to come around and hang out with them because all three of them were younger. My stepmother's sons, they were a little bit younger than me, but he would come around and he was all right. I never really totally noticed him because I thought, he's one of my little stepbrother's friends. So, but we started getting older, and I guess he took an interest in me, apparently did, because he asked me out, and I said, well, all right, I thought, why not? And he said, yeah, come on, we're gonna go see a movie, and I have a new car, and I'm like, all right, why not? And so he picks me up, and he's driving. This is not nice. He's driving a Geo Metro, okay? And, at 15, I'm not really complaining. I'm just like, I think this is so cool that I know someone who's got a license and they've got a car and they want to go out with me. I'm really thinking this is awesome. For those of you who do not know what a Geo Metro is because you're young or maybe you don't remember, this is what it looks like. And that's pretty much, that little piece of car is what he showed up in. And I mean, I'm telling you, in real life, those tires look like they could go on a bicycle. I mean, if you got into a little, what would be a fender bender in any other car, it would total out this car. This car is such a little piece of car. But anyway, like I said, I was 15 and I was just, I felt so grateful that, somebody with a license and a car asked me out, to the movies. So I think that this is really cool. So we get to the movies and we watch one movie and I'm like, all right, so I guess we're going to go get something to eat now. And when we walk out of the theater, he kind of grabs me by the arm and sneaks me into this other theater. And I'm like, what are we doing here? He's like, oh, come on, we'll watch as many movies as we want. They'll never know. So we get into this other movie, and I'm just kind of sitting there. Like, okay, we're stealing a movie or movies. I don't know how long we're going to be here. And this movie is crap. Who would even want to steal this movie? If you're going to steal a movie, this is not even worth stealing. Why am I here? So I'm enduring this. And finally, I'm just going, this really sucks. And I let him know, this really sucks. So he's like, all right, yeah, it does suck. Let's go. So we leave. And I'm like, we're going to go get something to eat, right? Oh, yeah, right. So he drives me through Burger King. Number one, it's your first date. And you're going to take the girl to Burger King. Number two, you're not going to get out and eat. You're going to drive through. Okay, whatever. So I'm enduring, and I'm like keeping mental notes here. This is not looking good. This is really, I don't know about this guy. This is just not checking out with me, not one bit. So, another part of me is going, all right, he's 16. What does he have? He's got 2 nickels to rub together, if that. So give him a break. All right, so it's getting so late at this point that we have nowhere else to go. And I think there was a citywide curfew at that time for teens. So we had to get back anyway. And So he brings me back to my dad's house. I was living with my dad at that time. And we're just kind of sitting out in his car talking a little bit. And it starts pouring down rain. And in Houston, anybody who's from Houston knows that often when it rains, it really pours. I mean, like flooding pours, okay? And this was probably one of the biggest downpours I've ever experienced in Houston. I don't know, this just came out of nowhere. And it was so bad that we were just sitting there waiting for the rain to subside, because there's no way that you weren't going to get drenched. Even with an umbrella, you were going to get drenched, and neither of us wanted it. But as time kept passing and passing and passing, the rainwater was getting higher and higher and higher. I mean, around the car, it was getting higher. So you knew, okay, now the longer I wait, not only am I going to get drenched, even with an umbrella, but I'm going to be walking through, inches of water. So I should just go on and take it and get out while I can before it gets any worse. So that's what we decided to do. We decided, okay, we're going to make a run for it. So we run into the house. My dad is sitting on his recliner watching Married with Children, as usual, typical evening for my dad at that time. And, we're kind of laughing and giggling because we kind of think it's funny that, we made it through this mess and we're drenched. So I'm trying to go get like a change of clothes or something, and I'm walking through the kitchen, and he decides he's going to follow me, and I don't know what he was thinking, okay, but he starts messing with me, and I end up falling over, and the guy falls on top of me on the floor, and my dad can see this in plain view. And I mean, my dad is normally a very laid-back, flase person, kids can raise themselves kind of guy. More like your buddy than your parent type of parent. But this really got his attention, and he just kind of looked and he said, "What are you doing with my daughter?" It was so awkward. So long story short, the guy left, okay? And we never went out again because I just thought, oh my gosh, can I do this? Can't go out with these people anymore. I can't go out with people like that.